Yeah, in the wake of this shit movie release weekend, I'm gonna take this opportunity to review a movie that was actually good that came out last year that got a wider release this year, and then I was able to watch it in 2015. It's all very confusing. The Imitation Game. So The Imitation Game takes place in World War II, stars Benedict Cumberbatch as mathematician Alan Turing. And the Germans, the Nazis, they have this machine called Enigma. It's this code machine, it's uncrackable, no one knows how to crack it. It's like the fate of the free worlds. The key to defeating the Nazis is cracking this code. Problem is, this code resets every day. So anytime someone gets close to possibly cracking it or cracks a couple messages, boom, the code is now new the next day. All that work is gone. So Cumberbatch is like, well, let me try to crack it, then you'll know if it's uncrackable. Cumberbatch gets this idea. He's like, what if I can build a machine that adapts to code and then can crack every code that Enigma ever does forever? And that's ultimately the movie. It's just next level shit in terms of genius. And I love this movie for that. I love stories like that. Okay. The acting in this movie, first of all, fantastic. Benedict Cumberbatch is awesome. I've been a fan of this guy for a while. You guys know that. It is what it is. But surprisingly, Keira Knightley is great in this movie too. She's really good. I always thought Keira Knightley is that attractive girl who's completely functional in her movie, sure. This made me go, yeah, put her in more stuff. I love movies that are intense and intriguing without action, without a lot of things that's why I liked Argo. Argo is the most intense movie without a shot fired I've ever seen. That's this movie. The thing is, everyone's like, I don't know what you're building, but it's useless. And he's like, it will work. You don't understand. It's just frustrating to see this genius who knows what he's trying to do try to explain to, us common folk what he's trying to do in a world where that shit didn't exist. It's not like, oh, this machine exists, I'll make it a little better. He was like, it's just new. This is the first. Then you will have machines like this later down the road and you'll look back and go, oh, it started here. I have to be the one that just conjures this out of nothing now. And it's so great. I love the fact that this ultimately is telling us the untold story that we never knew. I didn't know who Alan Turing was, but what he was doing in this movie is arguably the most important thing that was happening in World War II to beat the Nazis. We all know about Patton. We all know about Normandy. No one knows about this guy and everybody should. So The Imitation Game had great acting, great characters. Their work was intriguing. It was great. Like, I love seeing mathematicians do their thing. They bring it on the level where you're like, I know what you're doing, and oh my God, why don't they understand? They're just being dicks right now. But if you were in that room and you had their job, you'd be yelling at them too, be like, it doesn't work. What are you doing? You're wasting our time and money. This is the story of a lonely genius who is single-handedly doing a very important piece in the cog that is the wheel of taking on the Nazis. Ultimately, the biggest frustration in The Imitation Game for me has nothing to do with the movie. It's marketing. It frustrates me that this movie ultimately came out in January, but it was a limited release, smaller movie in December, so it's a December movie. It didn't come out anywhere near me in December, so now I had to wait till January to watch it, and it just gets a wider release. I should have been able to see The Imitation Game in 2014. That way it would have been on my top 10 list of 2014. Because The Imitation Game is awesome-tacular. I love seeing people go up against impossible odds. This guy is the one who did it. Everyone should know who he is. Now you can. Or so The Imitation Game. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.